Morning, what's going on? Happy Monday. What is up, y'all? I am trying to be back on my Zoom, trying to be more consistent with the live streams. Let me put on my new background. What's up, J Lux? How are you, my friend? You have been doing such a good job reintroducing yourself as a music artist to your fan base. I'm very proud of you. It's not easy work. Happy late Mother's Day. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's going with the flow Monday. Yes, we are going with the flow. We're very much going with the flow. I just finished school in Orlando, Florida. Full Sail University for audio engineering, ready for wisdom. Yes. Okay. I want this to be a branding check-in and why like a checklist matters. That's really what I want us to do today. So my people, if we are ready to talk about some branding, then tap the screen. Let's get to like 1,000 likes. I mean, I'm not even at 100, but go big or go home. Fuck it. What is up, y'all? Y'all know I be up in here talking about the branding. And that's what I want us to talk about today. I want to talk about why every music artist needs a branding checklist and needs to use it. And what should be included on that checklist. So artists, creators, dream chasers, get in here and send this to somebody who needs to see this. I just finished working, but now I have to get my laptop open for the notes. Never stop the grind. Yes, let's get in here. Look, before you drop your next single, before you post that fire cover art, before you update your bio for the millionth time, you need this. This is the branding checklist. This is what I want us to talk about. Learned I'm a country artist after branding, which is a crazy switch up, right? Definitely. But that's another thing too, is you cannot figure out your branding without the music. So a lot of people are like perfectionists. They want everything to be together. They want to, have a 5-year plan and know what everything is going to look like and sound like and feel like, and you're not getting in the studio. Like everything starts from the music. So if you do not know what the music is, and if you do not know like where the people who would listen to your music, like where they would listen to your music, how they would listen to your music, if you don't know where they hang out on the internet, if you don't know how to incorporate your own personality, like there is so much about branding. There's also so much about marketing. And I think people think that marketing is running ads, and they think that branding is like styling or like, a color palette or a logo or something. And it's just so complex. It's so deep. It's so much more. So what's up? Good morning, everyone. I am Jasmine Kiera, the all-around entertainment girl. I started off my career in, where is it? Is Buena Murray in here? Buena Murray's down there. But I started off my career in reality television, and I worked my way up from being a production assistant to being a production manager, talent manager, all of that. And then I got poached and thrown into the music industry, and I never looked back. And in the music industry, I have always been in corporate artist management on artist teams. So I have always been about the artist, for the artist, and trying to help artists make their dreams come true, honestly. And when I went independent, I started off as an artist management company because that's all I knew how to do. But in 2023, I rebranded and I made No Conformity like a personal brand, and I decided to start helping artists develop through branding and marketing solutions. So I'm that girly. There's a lot of people who can help with artist development and A&R. They can help you with your music. They can help you with, your music theory. They can help you with your distribution. They can help you with your royalties. They can help you with all of that. And I of course I know about all that because I come from, talent management, but what I like to do is branding and marketing. So if that is what you are into, then I'm talking about your secret weapon today, which is the branding checklist. So it's not just for the type A planners or label execs, like it's for you. It is for you. You are the CEO. You are your own label right now, right? And if you want to attract bigger partners, then you got to get the business together. There's the reason why there's business and music business. Only if you want to get paid for making music. If you just want to be an artist, if you just want to make art, then cool. But if you want to get paid for this, if you would like this to be an actual profiting career, then that is what we are talking about right now. Hey Duke, what's going on? How are you? What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for the gifts. Your girl is up to 4 cents. Let's go. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it, you guys. So, like I said, why every music artist needs a branding checklist and needs to use it. So think of it like if you go to sound check before a gig, you wouldn't get on stage without checking your mic. You wouldn't get on stage without a set list. You wouldn't get on stage without like having time to talk to the band if they're not your band and coordinate on things. Hello. So we need to be prepared for everything. And so it's the same thing with your brand. You got to check your visuals. You got to check your vibe. You've got to check your message. You've got to check your audience connection, your consistency every single time. Every single time you are releasing something new, not even just if you're releasing a single, if you're releasing a new music video, if you've been posting consistently for like 2 weeks, a month, and you are not growing, you are not getting the goals that you want, you need to take a look at things. Or maybe your goals are like, I want these many followers, but you're not paying attention to the engagement that you're getting. You're not paying attention to, and then the people who are talking to you, you're not even saying nothing to them. You saying thanks or sending them emojis. You see what I'm saying? Like, we got to be able to analyze it. So too many artists drop fire tracks, but their branding is all over the place. That is non-existent. And they think that when I get signed, like I just have to have good music. If I have good music, the right people will find me and they'll sign me. But guess what, baby? Even if you get signed, you can get shelved. If you don't know how to make yourself a priority, if you do not know how to move your shit forward, if you do not know how to build momentum for yourself, if you cannot show proof of concept, which is that I have a locked in community that will support me in any way, whether I need them to drop their emails, if I need them to stream this music, if I need them to buy my merch, if I need them to pull up to my shows, they will support me because I have a locked in community of fans, not just followers, fans, right? That is how you show a proof of concept. You make yourself undeniable, and you can do that at any level. It is not about when I get on, when I get signed, when I get this. And a lot of music artists have been gaslit to think that way because labels want you to need them. Hello? Why would they tell you how to do this shit yourself? Why would they tell you how to be successful yourself, right? And no shade to labels, because I love me some labels, okay? I like, they are amazing partners. There's amazing people who work in labels who are just like me and just want to help artists grow. And that's how they got their foot in the door, is through internships and working at labels, right? So it's no shade to labels. I am talking about you guys because I'm a manager and I need to help y'all manage your expectations, right? So that you guys know how to build this yourself from the ground up. That is what we are talking about, right? So here's why a branding checklist is your best friend. One, it keeps your message clear so that fans know exactly who you are. Because if your page is all over the place, if your website is all over the place, and like, that's the thing. If it's all over the place, we don't know who you are, what you're talking about, what you stand for. Your message is unclear. And it might be because you are trying to people please everyone. You're trying to appease everyone. So if you don't lock in and get specific and get very clear on what your message is, so your fans know exactly who you are, okay, right. Another reason why a branding checklist is your best friend, it saves time. No more guessing games before releases. If we know what the brand story is, if we know what our tagline and messaging is, if we know the voice and the tone that we want to post with, if we know what our branding pillars are, so then we can convert those into content pillars and show that through our content. If we know what our goals are for this project, right? I mean, that's not even a part of branding. That's actually a part of release management, like having strategic goals and knowing how to analyze your results. But you need all of it. It's not one or the other. And you're not going to find a manager who's just going to do all of this work for you. Even if you find a manager that's dope and wants to help you, they might not even know how to do all of this work, because managers like me, we not working unless we can actually like see a return on our investment, right? It's just like, are they a monetizing artist? If you're not monetizing, I don't want to work with you yet. Like, you're just not ready, because I don't have enough time to work with someone where I'm not going to get a return on my investment in my time. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and I'm a CEO. I'm a whole business owner, right? So before I manage any other artists again, they have to be a monetizing artist where there's a guarantee that there will be a return on my investment, because I have released dozens of projects. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I have helped dozens of artists. Like, I have shown and I have proved. You want me on your team, I promise you, but I can't do it for free. I just can't. And so that's why I'm not in management right now, because you also don't pay a manager. Like, that's not a thing. A manager should always only be getting a % of your income. That's why if you're not a monetizing artist, I cannot work with you. You see what I'm saying? So anyways, I don't even know how we got here. We were talking about why a branding checklist is your best friend. So it keeps your message clear so fans know exactly who you are. It saves time so there's no more guessing games before releases. It keeps your brand looking tight across all platforms. So not just your social platforms, but also your website and your cover art and your videos. And if you are doing, live appearances, then every time you're stepping out, you look branded. If you're on a carpet, if you are pulling up to your homie's release party and there's a step and repeat, okay? We're not stepping outside unless it's aligned with the branding, okay? Listen, when The Weeknd had his little broken nose and red suit and he was doing all his performances, I'm telling you right now, presidents of companies were like, why is he doing that? And us people on management teams were like, oh, that's his creative aesthetic. That's for the project. And it's like, yeah, but I get it like once or twice, but like, why everything? And it's like, because he's branded, right? So it's like, that's what I'm saying. The people up top with the money, they might not even get it, right? They might have to catch up. Okay, but that's why you have to have a proof of concept. That's why you have to be locked in with the community who supports you, who gets it, who is like, oh yes, they eat. They're supporting it. Every time you drop, they are eating that shit up, right? And so it keeps your brand looking tight across all platforms. And most importantly, it helps you stand out in a sea of scrolls, where like everybody's trying the same trends, everybody's doing the same edits, everybody's doing, like, how are you standing out? How are you standing out? Oh, what is up? What is up? We got UNE Unearthly. Come on. What is up? Hi, friend. Yes, listen to jazz, period. Pinning that. Preaching. Thank you. Appreciate it. It is hard. And that's the thing, is that you're going to learn as you go. Everything, you're just not going to know everything before you get started. It's okay to try. And guess what? I'm going to say the scary thing. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fail, because at least you fucking tried. Okay? Look, there's plenty of artists who've been calling themselves artists and never released a single, an EP, an album, nothing. They've been an artist for 15 years. They have all of these songs in the vault with major releases or with major artists. I know some artists that have features from major artists. Those songs never see the light of day because it was bigger than them. They just thought, like, I'm not big enough right yet. I can't do that right now. I'm not. And it's not true. You grow as you get better. I got started with a manager. Now it's hard to manage myself. It is, but you will attract another manager if you are being consistent and if you don't give up on yourself. And if you're investing the time and the energy, like being a part of this live stream, you're already in a great place. And if you need any more help, I also have a private community that I give weekly webinars to. And they're trainings that help with branding, they're trainings that help with content creation. And next month will be all about release planning. But I only open up enrollment at the top of every month. So enrollment is closing May 14th, which is this Wednesday. Definitely run to the link in my bio and check out the Inner Circle Insiders. It will really help you out. It will really help you out. Hi, if you are a new artist, is it good to start by posting covers? I get this question a lot, and I think that posting covers is great. That just can't be the only thing that you do. There has to be a mix of stuff. So whether you, like, even us showing what you are doing to move your music artist journey forward, if you don't know how to songwrite, if you don't know how to create melodies, if you know what I'm saying, like there's so much that you do before you even get in the studio. Or even if it's I'm working all of these jobs so that I can save up and have studio time, there's always ways to bring us in on your artist journey. There's always ways to do personal storytelling about your music and about how you want to do it, and then posting these covers just to have something, right? And you don't have to release your original covers with your own cover art on SoundCloud or anything like that. It can just be you making videos and building, you know, engagement with a community that just loves to see you sing down, honestly, you know? So thank you for the gift. I hope that answered your question. In your career, have you managed any music producers? I have been on the management team for music producers. And I have managed music producers on my own. And a lot of those music producers, they started as engineers and all of that. But a lot of music producers don't want to be artists. They think they want to be artists until I tell them what it takes to be an artist, and they would rather stay behind the scenes and make their money. I promise you. Because there's no way to grow a community without being in the forefront of that and being like the face of it. And I've had, you know, producers who want to create content with a mask on and all of these things. I'm like, you are not Daft Punk. Like like that cannot be your branding. And also, you do not go around in this mask all the time. Like, you're in pictures with celebrities showing your face. Like, you need to be like that in your content so people can connect with you as you are telling your story. So I don't take song submissions because I'm a branding and a marketing girly. So what we were really doing was, we got to $1. Okay, we got to $1. Your girl can bust out the branding checklist. But that is what we are here for. Because artists, creators, dream chasers, I'm happy that you guys are all here. I'm happy that we're at over 7,000 likes. That's what's up. In the first 20 minutes, let's go. Okay. I see my girl Kat in here. I saw Max in here as well. But yes, before you drop your next single, post that, you know, fire cover art, update your bio for the millionth time. You need this, okay? So I'm talking about your secret weapon, the branding checklist. And it's not just for type A planner organizers like myself or label execs. It's actually for you. It's something that you can do. And a lot of artists, they got mismatched profiles, dead links, outdated bios, thinking I don't have 1 million followers, so no one cares. Baby, you're not going to get 1 million followers if you keep acting like nobody is paying attention to you, okay? What's up, kitty cat? Costain, I started off as a marketing major, and then I switched to a broadcast journalism major, and then I started in television. I went back to music artist management, working for a lot of major artist teams. I feel like I talk about this so much, but if you're new here, yes, I worked for Wiz Khalifa. I worked for Taylor Gang. That was my first foot in the door. Then I worked for Live Nation, Maverick, and I was on Doja Cat's management team, Aaron Ray's management team, Gallant's management team. I brought Van Jess over. We all got absorbed into Sal & Co. And I had the pleasure of working on Hot Pink, which helped Doja Cat cross over into mainstream. So those are my accolades. But let's get into this branding checklist, okay? Let's talk about this branding checklist. So number one is, are you really clear, okay? The first thing we need to check is your artist identity. Do you have a one-liner that explains who you are and what you represent? An example, I make soulful R&B for women healing from heartbreak, period. Period. And mind you, like I said, your artist identity, it can change single to single. It can change project to project. It can change. You know what I'm saying? You are not locked into this forever, but you need to be clear and you need to be specific, okay? So the number one thing you need to check on this branding checklist is your artist identity. Do you have a one-liner that explains who you are and what you represent? Number two, a core identity. What is the reoccurring message or theme behind your music? So whether it's a song, whether it's an EP, whether it's an album, we are getting clear on the branding. Number three, I had too many fingers. Sometimes I do three like this. Sometimes I do three like this. My fingers couldn't figure it out on that one. But number three, thank you for the likes. We're almost at 10K likes. What's up? What's up? So number three, your visual brand. Are your colors, fonts, and photo style consistent across all platforms, right? I'm not saying, are you posting the exact same pictures everywhere? No. But at a bare minimum, is your profile picture the same on all platforms? Like, let's make that consistent. Let's make sure that our DSPs, which is our digital streaming platforms, they have updated pictures that are a part of this project, right? And that are in the same color motif and if we are posting videos, do we have headlines that have the same fonts? Are we using the same caption font if we have on-screen captions? Every time we are posting a caption, are we doing it in our brand voice or are we sounding like a fucking publicist posted this? Like you have to know who you are. No one can brand you for you because the branding is in you. It's not on you, Pooks. Everyone has this inside of themselves. They just don't know what to like align to. OG Sony, thank you. Thank you for the shout out. I appreciate it. Definitely let's get me up to $2. We halfway through the list. No, we're like 1/3 through the list. So we have the artist identity, which is, do you have a one-liner that explains who you are and what you represent? Which the example that I gave is, I make soulful R&B for women healing from heartbreak. Again, an example. I am not an artist. I don't sing. I don't make any music at all. I wish. I love singing. I'm just not that good at it. Our core message. What is the reoccurring message or theme behind your music? So that artist identity, having that one-liner, that one message, it kind of tells you what the reoccurring message is. And the reoccurring message could be I'm crashing out. I don't know how to get over this man, but I know I need to. The reoccurring message could be, I'm a tweaker girlfriend. The reoccurring message could be, I can do bad all by myself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes through breakups in a different way. So instead of making your message what you think people want to hear, you need to make it personal about what you actually are going through. For real, for real. Oh, my girl Angelica just purchased an Inner Circle Insider membership. I don't even know if she's on this live. That's actually one of my former premium service clients. So thank you, Angie. But that's what I'm saying. Y'all better get in here before the door closes. Y'all better run to that link in the bio after this live. All right, let's see. We're at 30 minutes. Okay, I'll probably stay on for 45 because I only have $1.30 and I got real work to do that pays me. I don't know. What is DTC? I don't know what DTC is to have a thought on it. Oh, direct to customer. Oh yeah. If it's like drop shipping, if it is like, you know, it doesn't get made unless it is purchased, I think that is a very economically way to start making things. Can I get discovered while doing covers? Why does everybody ask about that? If you are super fucking talented, so many people do. Do you guys see how many professional music artists do covers to this day? It's always a good thing to do covers, but that just can't be your identity. That can't be the only thing that you do. You have to have a music journey that you're also talking about, because at the end of the day, if you don't want to be stuck as the girl or guy who does covers, then you need to have more than just covers, right? So building a following that just likes to hear you sing covers of music, they're not going to support you when you release your original music. So there's nothing wrong with using that for discovery, but you also need to be doing things to do personal storytelling, show your BTS of how you're getting on, and actually invite engagement. So there's a lot. My take of Drake suing UMG for Kendrick Not Like Us, that is hilarious. I mean, that isn't that what white people do when they get cornered? They pull out lawsuits. But the lawsuit was so trash and it had no justification behind it. I think the only like evidence that he had was like DJ Academic saying it. Like that was literally the only the only evidence he had. So it was like, oh, you're crying and you're doing this for like attention, and that's crazy. But we keep giving it to him. We keep giving it to him. So it's on us. We're the ones who keep Drake famous. Anyways, this branding checklist, and then I'm gonna jump out of here. I'll finish it for you guys. So we had the artist identity, we had the core message, we had the visual branding. Voice and personality. Is your tone of voice clear? Whether that tone of voice is funny, if it's deep, if it's empowering, what is your tone of voice? How do you actually speak? You know what I'm saying? And like that is what you really need to tap into. I am direct as fuck. I am straight, cutthroat, no chaser. That's me, right? And so if that's kind of hard for you, you might not want to work with me. It might be kind of hard to get feedback from me because maybe you like it massaged and given to you in a special way. I don't do that. I don't have time for that. Okay? Me? It's no time for that. I was in Los Angeles for 15 years. I just transitioned back to the San Francisco Bay Area to be close to family because I want to have another baby. And I built my own company from scratch as being I have a whole creative agency where I help artists develop through branding and marketing solutions. So there was just no need for me to be in LA, but I can always go to LA for anything that I need. But I was there for 15 years. I came, I saw, I conquered, I built a whole company for myself, and I left. Finishing this branding checklist: artist identity, core message, visual brand, voice and personality, and does it show up in your captions, in your content, and your interactions? That was the second part of voice and personality. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate y'all. Platform presence. That is the next thing on our artist checklist. Are your bios optimized to say what you do, who it's for, and what to do next? Guide them. What do you want them to do? You want them to stream your song? You want them to join your mailing list? You want them to pre-save? That needs to be in the fucking bio. Who is this music for? Okay, like I said, when I came in here, I said for the artists, for the dream chasers, I told y'all who this live was for. I very much did. I very much was clear. And I'm always like, artists, creators, dream chasers, executives, whoever I'm very clear. You need to be very clear about what you do, who it's for, and what to do next if you want people to support you. Okay, so is there a clear link to your music or a lead magnet? If you need, if you're not releasing music, but you are, if you are consistently going live to, generate funds on Patreon so that you can do your first single, whatever you need people to do to support you in your career, that there needs to be a clear, optimized bio that tells people what you do, who it's for, so that they know when they come to your page, I read this, oh, okay, I'll follow you. Oh, they do R&B. Oh, they do that. Ooh, yes, I am. Hello. And then what to do next. Whatever action you want them to do. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate all of y'all following me. What's up? We about to get me to 12K followers or what? We're already at 12K likes. Wow, that is what's up. Okay, so wrapping this up. Next, your content consistency. Do your posts reflect your message, your story, and your values regularly? Because a lot of times we get off center. We get very off center because we start doing things for likes. We start doing things for views. We start doing things because it turns into a look at me, I'm popular, look at me contest. Baby, social media is a tool and we need to be posting in a strategic way. So if your post if you don't know what your message is, then your posts don't reflect your message. If you do not know what your story is, do you see how message and story are two different things? Because you can have a message that you are trying to tell with this single EP or album, and you can have a story as an artist that you are trying to tell, like your personal artist journey, your story, everything that it took to get here, right? So your message, your story, your values, these are different things, but they're all part of your brand identity. And you need to know these to then develop brand pillars, to then develop content pillars, and be able to create content in a consistent way. You need to build a content system so that you can show up, so that you are not trying to think of ideas, shoot them, edit them, and post them every single day. That sounds exhausting. That sounds crazy. It's insane because it's not a content system and it's not sustainable. And that's also not what people are asking y'all to do. Okay? Like, if people are saying that you need to post more content, they're not saying like you need to exhaust yourself. And like, it's just like, they don't know how to tell you how to create a content system in order to do it. That's why I created my company. Everything that labels and executives would tell artists to do that artists did not understand how to do, that's when I was like, okay, I need to fill the gaps here. I definitely need to fill the gaps here. So let's go back over our branding checklist. We're actually not even done. I have 3 more things, but if you're just joining me, I just want to catch you up. So the branding checklist, are you really clear? We start with artist identity. Do you have a one-liner that explains who you are and what you represent? Then we have the core message. What is the reoccurring message or theme behind your music? Then we have a visual brand. Are your colors, fonts, and photo style consistent across all platforms? Then we have your voice and personality. Is your tone of voice clear? Whether it's funny, it's deep, it's empowering, it's direct, whatever your tone of voice is it clear? Does it show up in your captions, in your content, and in your interactions with people online, whether they're DMing you, whatever? That's why your tone of voice, your voice and your personality, it has to really be you, bruh. It cannot be the you that you try to be so that people will like you. It has to actually be you so you can show up in a consistent way that way. And you don't have to think about it, okay? Thank you to Mario for following me since I'm dropping game. I appreciate it, friend. And welcome to the No Conformity Zone. So next is your platform presence. Number 5, your platform presence. Are your bios optimized to say what you do, who is for, and what to do next? Is there a clear link to your music or a lead magnet? There's so many artists that say they do music. I go to their page. I'm like, what's your most recent single? And if I wanted to listen to your music, how would I even get there? I'm lost, and I actually wanted to check it out. You need to make sure that your platform presence is up to par, okay? Number 6. Now I'm doing sign language. This is 6 in sign language. Or is this 6? Or is this 6? No, that's 9. This is 6. Okay. 6. Content consistency. Do your posts reflect your message, your story, and your values regularly? 7. Your storytelling strategy. Do you show BTS, fan moments, performances, or daily life in a way that builds connection? Not in a look at me and look what I just did, but in a, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this show actually came together. It rewinds, it goes to the beginning, and now you're showing them everything that it took to get to a performance day. Wow. Oh my God, look. Y'all, the content, I just made that up. But I wouldn't want to watch that. That shit sounds cool. Like, if someone is posting about a performance, like post-performance, I don't want them to just show themselves on stage singing their songs. Like, let's do it in a creative way that builds anticipation. And then, you know what I'm saying? You can show things after. So, really amazing things. Next is your audience clarity. Who are you creating for? And what do you want them to feel or do when they find you? Okay? You need to know who you make music for. You have to, or you're not going to be able to have a clear brand. You're not going to be able to market yourself in a clear way. You definitely have to know who you make music for. And then the final thing is you have to have an offer or a call to action. Is there a clear next step for fans, whether it is to follow, to stream, to join, community, pre-save, etc., right? So these are all the things. Where were the first 5? I don't know, Amaya, did you just get here? Because I literally just ran through all of them. It is your artist identity, your core message, your visual brand, your voice and personality, your platform presence, presidents, your platform presence, your content consistency, your storytelling strategy, your audience clarity, and then having an offer or a call to action. So those are all of the things, but I literally just explained them in like a loop. So I can't go back over those again. I'm sorry if you just got here, but if you want to see the replay of this live stream, join my Inner Circle Insiders. We have an on-demand video vault. That is the only place that you could rewatch these live streams. Actually, Max, I actually got some feedback from our Inner Circle Insiders. They were wondering if we could have like dates on the live stream so that they know like when it was from, just some sort of organization system is what they were asking for. You added them already? Thank you. Look at you. I just be I'm like, you got me for real, because I'm like, did I ask you to do that already? I had to have shared that somewhere. Thank you. Appreciate it. So go ahead and drop a check in the chat for each item that you feel confident in. I'm going to go over this branding checklist one more time. Drop a check in the chat for each item that you feel confident in it, okay? I'm going to do this checklist and then I'm going to wrap it up because I'm 40 minutes in and I don't even have more than $1.50. I got $1.37. So if y'all value me, please send those gifts over. This is a lot of time and energy and thought that goes into these live streams, and I'm really putting y'all on. It's free game, so the least you could do is send your girl 20 cents. 20 cents, okay? 20 cents, period. So let's get into it. Drop a check in the chat for each item that you feel confident in. So artist identity, do you have a one-liner that explains who you are and what you represent? The example I gave is, I make soulful R&B for women healing from heartbreak. That is a one-liner that explains who you are and what you represent. Your core message. What is the reoccurring message or theme behind your music? Your visual brand. Drop a check if you feel confident in any of these. Your visual brand. Are your colors, fonts, and photo style consistent across platforms? Your voice and personality. Is your tone of voice clear, funny, deep, empowering? Which one is it, right? And does it show up in your captions, in your content, and your interactions? Your platform presence. Are your bios optimized to say what you do, who it's for, or what to do next? Is there a clear link to your music or a lead magnet? Okay, something like whether it is them to drop their emails, to subscribe to your Patreon, something to connect with them off platform so that you can have ownership over your audience, right? If your content consistency, do your posts reflect your message, your story, and your values regularly? If you do not know what your message, your story, or your values are, please join the Inner Circle Insiders. We have a private Discord community where we are able to help each other. We have weekly trainings. And if you missed any of my weekly trainings, we also have a content vault where you can run back and binge watch everything that I went over in April, which was all about your branding. May is all about content creation. June is going to be all about release strategy. I am teaching you guys how to do this yourselves. I am. Join my Inner Circle Insiders. Enrollment closes on Wednesday because I open enrollment at the top of every month, but I gotta close it because I can't have people coming in and just not knowing what's going on. So we shut it. Your storytelling strategy. Do you show BTS? Do you show fan moments? If fans actually use your music for something, are you reposting it? And not just on your story, but are you doing like monthly swipe posts of like, oh, this is what favorite way you guys use my song this month? Something, So are you showing your performances? Are they getting better? Are you showing us how your performances are getting better? Are you showing us the story of what it takes to put a performance together, or your daily life in a way that builds connection, not just come to work with me, right? Like watch the day in the life of an indie artist. You're gonna watch me do my Amazon job. You're gonna watch me do my security job. You're gonna watch me go to the studio. You're gonna watch me go to an event. Like, We are doing storytelling. Do you have a storytelling strategy where you are posting content in a way that builds connection? Next, your audience clarity. Who are you creating for? And what do you want them to feel or do when they find you? And then the final thing is your offer or CTA. Is there a clear next step for fans? Whether it's to follow, stream, join a community, pre-save your single, etc. Right? So I did not see a lot of check marks. I did not see, okay, we got check marks for storytelling. We got check marks for theme behind music, check marks for artist identity. So there's a lot of questions here. I was taking notes. Okay. Whoa. Shiloh, what are the check marks for, Pooks? What are the check marks for? Amaya. Okay. I'm very proud of you. I love it. So which one of these areas do you feel the least clear on? You can let me know. Which one of these areas do you feel the least clear on? And if you had to describe your brand in one line, what would it be? You can type that out in the comments as well. If you had to describe your brand in one line, what would it be? Okay. Now, for this branding checklist that I just gave you guys, it is not just about having a checklist, but you've got to use it, and you've got to use it regularly. No, so to become an Inner Circle Insider, it's actually a paid monthly membership, and we invite you to the Discord after you have joined and you pay for your membership. Content consistently, I'm struggling, right? But are you clear on like your branding and all of those good things? Because if you are clear on your message, on your story, and on your values, then you got to get clear on the storytelling. That will probably help you reflect your message, your story, and your values regularly. So it's like you just have to think of different ways to build this kind of connection. You really have. It is hard. It's a struggle, but you also have to like flop. You got to post and you got to flop. You got to flop before you pop, right? Because that's how you learn. Like, okay, this kind of content does not do well. I should not do this kind of content. This kind of content does well. This kind of content gets me a lot of comments. Even if it's not a lot of views or a lot of likes, I get a lot of comments. I get a lot of shares with this kind of content. Okay. So you have to flop before you pop sometimes, and that's what helps you is just like think of your failures as your artist development department, okay? You're graduating in music business this Sunday, music publishing and recording. This live is me. I'm Jasmine Kira, the CEO of my own creative agency, No Conformity, where I help music artists develop through branding and marketing solutions. I go live every Monday and Thursday around 10 or 10:30 PT. My Thursdays are more like Ask Me Anythings, and my Mondays are more like my TED Talks, where I like to, go in on specific things. So yeah. And like I said, it's not just about having a checklist. You have to use it regularly. I'm happy that you guys found me too. And like I said, join my Inner Circle Insider community. The weekly trainings that I do there, I go in depth on the specific things that I do. Here, it's a little bit different because there's different people joining in all the time. So people were like, what are you talking about? What are the things? What are these? What are these? Oh, you're graduating from Columbia in Chicago. That's where my sister went. My sister, Danielle Pierre-Louis, she's the godmother of my son and everything. She started off at Atlantic, APG. She had internships with Columbia, all of those great things. So shout out to Columbia College in Chicago. That is like the music school for real, for real. So branding isn't just a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's a set it, tweak it, glow it up. You grow, your brand should grow with you. So how often should you use a checklist? It should be maybe before a show, before a photo shoot, when you're making content, before a release, monthly, every 6 months, when things aren't moving in the direction that you set, or when you feel directionless altogether. That is when you should bring this checklist back up and kind of reevaluate what is going on. So before your next drop, tour, or even Tuesday TikTok post, pull out that branding checklist and make sure that your look, sound, and your story are fire and aligned, because in this game your brand is your billboard. So make sure it's you. Okay, so join me back here this Thursday to chat about when to revamp and rebrand. And we can do an Ask Me Anything if you guys have any questions about your brand. So thank you everyone so much. We got over 50 followers in here. I have $1.44, 51 followers, 52 followers. Come on, followers. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for all following me. Definitely run to that link in my bio and join my Inner Circle Insiders. I created it because I have so much fun in these live streams and I wanted a place for us to chat. Like, you know, all the conversations that happen right here in my comments, those are the kind of conversations that we are having in my Discord server. It's a lot of fun. And then you, like I said, there's also weekly live trainings. And if you're not able to make the live trainings, we always repost the replay in our course section, so that you can move your way through things. And if you need to get started with your branding, my branding guideline is available for, my branding guide 2.0 is available for free in my Inner Circle Insiders, but it will go on sale for everyone else later this month. So something for you guys to look forward to. But yeah, you guys get access to like a bunch of stuff because we work through it and we do it together. So the $50 a month is really worth it. But all right, you guys, that's it for me. Thank you all so much for showing up and showing out. And I pray that you guys have a great day. And I'll see you here on Thursday. Okay? Bye-bye.